All right, welcome to the February 6th, 2025 Select Board meeting. And tonight I'd like to change the order. We will keep the special permit as first, but we will move a couple of the agenda items. So the first on our agenda is the special permit hearing to consider the application for the property of David L.E. Stern and Nancy Ann Caston located at 12 Beechwood Drive. And you're here to present?
Yes, I am. For the record, my name is Lori Robbins, representing the applicants, David Stern and Ann Caston. And I think they're going to be on the Zoom, or will be shortly. But a little bit of interesting history. His parents bought a cottage in Beechwood in 1965 on Partridge Lane and owned it for decades. Then he and his family rented for decades, and now he has purchased the house that his childhood friend used to live in. So he was at this place at 12 Beechwood for most of his childhood. The family that used to own it is Tuggy, and the son, his childhood friend, is the contractor now who would be doing the renovation on the house that his grandfather built. Kind of interesting background history. But what they're proposing to do is, it's a little bitty house, cottage, Beechwood. And these are bigger versions of Pam Sandler's plans. I want to show those to you. So the existing dimensions here are, here's the setbacks. So it's non-conforming as the acreage, the frontage, the setback here, and the setback in the front. What they're proposing to do is remove this deck back here, replace it with a smaller deck further back that will comply with zoning, but they're using the same 30.8 feet to the side yard to build an addition in the front here to meld better with the house and make the interior more usable. So the only thing that changes, this remains still the same dimension as the side yard setback of the existing nonconformity. The front, because of the angle of this lot, the front setback is 2 feet closer than the existing front setback on a wedge. So although all they're putting on here is a 164-foot addition, that's the only addition that is not within the same footprint of the previous. Your bylaws allow, or case law, I did provide a copy of the Joel Bard's interpretation of the Gale decision that indicated that with regard to single-family dwellings, all the board needs, the fact finder needs to find is that it's not substantially more detrimental to the neighborhood than the existing nonconformity, and that you can exacerbate existing nonconformities by making it a couple into the same nonconformity. You just can't create new nonconformities. And that case was decided where there was somebody who had a nonconforming house that was conforming with regard to the height, but they wanted to increase the height that would make it nonconforming. The court said, no can do. You can exacerbate existing, but you can't create new conformities. So this proposed deck addition is not creating any new nonconformities, and it is not substantially more detrimental to the neighborhood than the existing nonconformity. It's only 164 square foot addition. They're removing 131 square foot deck and replacing it with a 36.
Just to be clear, though,
Yeah.
the only part that is relevant to this board is that it's about 2 feet wide by about a quarter of a foot deep on a tiny little wedge, creating a nonconformity of maybe half a square foot of space. So
It's exacerbating an existing.
I understand, but I'm just saying this little shaded area is the only part that we're worried about.
Correct.
All right.
Correct. Absolutely. And I think your board can find that is not
Yeah.
substantially more detrimental
I get that.
to the neighborhood than the existing nonconformity. And because Mr. Caston has lived in this area for so long, he did reach out to his abutters and got a lot of support from his abutters with regard to the addition. Great to see renovations to these old cabins. So And I did add those to the application, and I would request that the board grant a special permit to allow this alteration. For the following findings that are required, the renovated cottage will not be more detrimental than the existing non-conforming structures to the neighborhood. The upgrading of property in Stockbridge is consistent with the section 1.3 purposes, as it will preserve the value of land and buildings. The upgrading of the existing structure for those reasons, it will not be detrimental to adjacent uses. The existing structure is single family. The altered structure will remain a single family, which is consistent with the established character of the neighborhood. And the alteration will not reduce traffic congestion. It will dwelling, will not override any public services as it is served by town water and sewer.
So is this the original deck here?
That's, no, yes,
So
The stoop?
that's a stoop.
Yeah.
This is the deck.
there's no deck here.
No, but.
Correct.
But most of it's not, most of it's already conforming. It's just that little wedge on the prior page that's not
Wait a
conforming.
minute, there's no deck here.
No, but see, this is the setback and the new one goes way out into the setback.
But this is the nonconformity. This creates the.
Right, but you're making this
30.
deck out here. Correct?
We're taking this down. This is the nonconformity. So this line along here, 30.8 feet.
Right.
And
But it-
as a non-conforming setback. So
This
you-
is actually gonna be
But this whole
more
deck
compliant on this.
is no,
30.8 here.
Correct. And you have to keep it back
They're not creating
more
a
than
greater.
30.8 feet.
this
That
line.
little
isn't-
tiny.
No, no,
it's
that
not
one,
the
the bigger one,
Yeah.
bigger shaded
Yeah.
box.
That little.
Yeah.
This-
This
Yeah,
creates the
right here.
nonconformity.
So this whole deck here,
That's all we're talking.
It's being removed.
So this is, they're keeping the
This is
30.8.
30.8. So they're keeping that.
It's moving
But
it.
isn't this where we need
yeah, but they're
the
adding,
dotted line?
Yeah, but that, none of this matters because that's all conforming because of the our existing nonconformity.
This is fine.
All right, yeah.
It's that little tiny,
It's
it's really that little tiny corner.
just that, it's
Is what
literally
they're asking
like
for.
half a square foot. I mean, we're gonna come over and saw it off for you. It's like so small, but yes.
so what's this approximate setbacks?
That's the current setbacks for rear yard, side yard, and front yard. That's what's in the bottom.
Okay, so that's where you have to be conforming.
Yes, but they're pre-existing non-conforming because the prior deck was 30, it was not, this creates, so you can extend the non-conformity. So that's what they're proposing to do. They're removing this and adding.
So if you draw a straight line out here, that's where they could legally build.
Right.
And then this little triangle here is what they're here.
That's all they're asking.
All they're asking for is this tiny little triangle.
It's always just then when the next person comes, can we have 3 feet? Can we have 4 feet? And everyone is shoehorned in down there.
It's at the discretion of the board.
Of course, but I just so you understand.
I'm happy to have a board policy that if the nonconformity is less than 1 square foot, that, we in general approve it, but that's just me.
It's a case by case. Each one is an individual case. You're not,
Real
you
estate.
have to
But
determine,
with precedent.
But you don't set precedents,
no, you don't.
unlike a
Don't?
court of law, unlike a
So
court.
this isn't, so you got that little space there,
Right.
and you got all this space here. That's not adding to the non-conformity?
No, because the existing deck is 30.8. This is 30.8. There's nothing. The only thing in question is this little tiny corner. Because that's the existing, that sets the new boundary line at 30.8. So they're staying within that, on this side. That's not an issue.
Okay,
The only issue is that little tiny corner.
I think that's nice with a little triangle.
Right.
Yeah, we-
Fair to-
No, and Sandler said if it's not approved, they can cut it off, just won't look right.
What happens if it's on a circle?
Yeah, we got even more problems.
All right, enough of the joke.
Yeah.
All right.
That is creating, but it is within your, and it's not, right, every case is an individual case based on its own merit.
Do you want a motion?
Mhm.
Or is that yet? I make a motion to close the public hearing. Is that right?
Second. All in favor?
Hi, Chuck.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Jamie.
I make a motion to approve.
So we have to.
Oh,
Close
we
the
need
public
to ask
hearing.
the
Yeah,
public.
we closed it.
You can reopen it if you want, or make your motion.
I make a motion that we approve the special permit.
Second.
All in favor?
Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Chuck.
Hi, Jamie. You're welcome.
Just because it's so
Is this there?
small.
Is this right?
Right,
Yeah, but
this
we issued that after.
second, agenda item, it's been moved, it's to approve a conditional offer of probationary employment for the position of full-time police officer in the town of Stockbridge to James L. Ryan. And Daryl, would you like to present? Or officer?
Chief.
Chief officer.
I've been told worse. Thank you for having us tonight. Yeah, so as Jamie just said, we're here to request that you sign a conditional offer of employment for the vacant position of full-time officer within our department that was created with the retirement of Officer Rubino. So we have here James Ryan, who goes by Jamie. He applied for the position. We had two candidates. We did two interviews with Jamie, and we went through those with flying colors. He came well recommended from his former chief and Hadley, Chief Mason, and also his one of his current chiefs, Chief Toman from Pelham. Jamie also works as a reserve officer in Pelham, and he's currently full-time over in West Stockbridge. With this hire, it would save us a considerable amount of money as opposed to sending someone through the academy, which the MPTC just raised the tuition to $7,000 from $3,500. So significant savings to the town going this route with a lateral transfer as opposed to a new recruit. So if you have any questions for me or for Jamie, please.
Jamie, you thinking of moving to the area?
I've definitely thought about it. So I've been excuse me, I've been working in the Berkshires for about 6 months now, and I would sure love to. I live in Westfield now, so the drive is not strenuous, but there's certainly a drive there. Just depending on financial situations later down in my career, that would be the overall end goal.
All right.
Westfield's not bad.
No. And then,
Maybe a little
The
work back
turnpike.
to Westfield.
yeah, I'm about 2 minutes from the pike, so
Hopefully we
I
can,
got very lucky.
Unless you're driving this morning.
hopefully we can build for folks like Jamie some workforce housing. That was political, sorry. I'm happy to make a motion to approve this hire.
Second.
All in favor?
Hi, Patrick.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, good luck.
Uh, Mike, do they have the paperwork?
I'll have the.
No, we don't, but we will.
I'll catch up with you next week with Jamie to sign our part. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
So we'd like to move the third item to appoint to the school committee our only applicant, thank goodness, Sarah Walker. And Dr. Dillon, do you want to introduce it?
Sarah Walker lives in Stockbridge on Main Street. She manages a business outside of Hudson and had previously worked in Bola Granola in Great Barrington. Super thoughtful person, has 2 kids in her school, but comes with a lot of experience and has volunteered quite a bit with the schools, particularly last year when we did the 3 principal searches. She was involved in that. I think she's thoughtful, articulate, and will be a great addition to the committee.
And their son made the paper last year, right?
One of their sons is a very strong swimmer.
No, I thought the one who won the award.
Oh, he did win an award too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so do we need to make a vote with the school committee?
Yes.
Okay.
Make a
So-
motion, we appoint Sarah Tonetti or Sarah Walker.
Walker.
Right, I mean, so, but yeah, to the open position on the school committee.
Second.
All in favor?
We have to roll call because
Right.
Because we have-
Bill's online. Yeah.
So I, Jamie,
Hi, Chuck.
hi, Patrick.
Hi, Jason.
and Pete,
Hi, Bill.
or no,
Yeah, Bill vote.
Bill,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
anyone else?
No, that's the five of you, so it's unanimous.
They got your help, Bill.
All
Yes.
right,
I'm enthusiastic. She's great.
you
Yeah.
have a school committee person.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for
Welcome.
making this happen. Timely matching.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. Approval of the one-day liquor license for the Botanical Garden Gallery opening February 28th, 2025 from 5 to 7 p.m. Can I have a
I'll
motion
make a motion, we approve the.
and a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Done. Appoint to the Historical Commission. We had 4 applicants, which is unheard of. We never get volunteers. So we had Thomas Schuler, Georgia Marsden, John Bishop, and Alan Hyman. So I was considering that we accept them all and make it a 7-person board
I don't want Georgia.
or commission.
Just kidding, Georgia. We'll keep it on.
Do
No.
we
No.
have a motion?
So wait, so the proposal is to
Just
create
accept
a,
them all because we got all these volunteers. We never get volunteers.
I'd love that idea, Jamie.
All right, then,
I think a 7-member board would be easier for them too.
And that way,
Wow.
if some folks don't feel like it is something they want to serve on, we'll know. And,
Right.
the only thing that we got to make sure is that we reduce the size if we do get some attrition. Because with 7,
yes.
the problem we had at Camp Pusabog was that a
Right.
couple of them started showing up and then if one person misses it.
But we
yeah.
can change that anytime, right?
Yeah, I looked up, it's not in the bylaws
Okay.
as far as a committee with size.
And did anybody go over this with Linda? Or is it just our? I'm okay with it, but, all right. I'll
We
second
have
that
all
motion.
these very enthusiastic people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
How exciting.
I'll make a motion, we appoint them all and make a 7-member board.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Aye. All right, appoint to Campusa Bog, our only applicant, Matthew Boudreau. He's on the forestry, he's the chair of the forestry.
Yep, he's likely to be the chair of this one.
So can we have a motion, please?
Motion to appoint Matthew Bedrow to the Campus of Bog Stewardship Commission.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Okay, done. Thank you, Matthew. And information on community electric aggregation plan, Michael. Then we have one more.
So I handed out to the Board of Selectmen the information on the electric rates that we've been able to procure. So as many people know, we applied over a year ago to become a community aggregation program. This allows us to go out and buy electricity for the town as a whole. So everybody that's on National Grid Basic Service will be getting a notice from Colonial Power saying that you'll be switched over to the community program. For those people that are on a outside contract with a different provider, you'll be getting a notification about the program, but you won't be automatically moved. It will come with the town seal. So if you see a letter with the town seal on it from the community program, you'll know that that is the program. It'll be locking in for the next 7 months at 12 cents per kilowatt hour. National Grid is 14 cents. So it's a 2 cents savings on it. This is a 7-month bridge to get us to November, when we'll go out to bid with the entire county. And, the advantage there is that you go out and try to get a multi-year contract using a bigger base load than just the single load of Stockbridge.
How is the, where we have 02136, 01240, 01262, and whatever West Stockbridge is, I think 01266. We have four, and even some people in Lee, we have 4 or 5 active zip codes in town. Does this work on the physical boundaries of the town, or do they use basic like post office zip codes or something?
It's the physical address of the town.
Because I've gotten mail in the past from Lennox on their community aggregation thing.
Yeah, but you weren't switched over.
I know, but the fact that I got it suggests to me that, it wasn't clear. We're going to be sending it to everybody potentially.
I'll make sure to make sure.
We'll say I want to get the cheaper
But
rate.
doesn't your mail go to Lennox?
Yeah, my mail goes to Lennox. This is an example of that.
Yeah, and sometimes you do get that crossover for, with zip codes. Those have been an issue before, but this will go out to every Stockbridge resident. And it could accidentally pick up a couple that.
Right. And for example, on Old Stockbridge Road, you've got a lot of people with 10 feet of frontage in Lennox, but their house is in Stockbridge. So that's another one where we want to make sure that, that they get the lower rate.
Yeah. The way it's set up, so everybody the default is a 25% mass class 1 RECs, which are the best environmental RECs that you can have. There are options to either have 50% or 100%. If people want to pay a higher rate, they can get a more green product.
And if someone signed a contract with a third-party generation company, are they automatically moved over to, or is it just National Grid?
They will get a notification of the program, but they won't be automatically moved over because some of those programs do have costs if you leave early. So you'll just get notification of it. So you'll have to line yourself up if you're on a third-party one, or if there's no penalty to withdraw from your third-party one.
One of those are rip-offs, it turns out.
Right, it won't automatically happen. If you're on National Grid Basic Service, you'll be automatically moved over. So, and then we're anticipating to go out 3 to 5 years in November. And if it happens, to get as best of the rate and lock us in for a stable electric rate for 3 to 5 years. So, yeah, that's the plan.
And we don't need to make a motion or anything.
Nope, everything was approved at town
That's what I
meeting,
thought.
everything. It was just updating the community. So pay attention if you get the notification, and it'll have the town seal on it. So you'll know that it's our program.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks.
And we are going to hear from Kate Fletcher on planting plan for the cat and dog fountain.
Hey, hi, everyone. How are
Okay.
you? Hi. Is this too loud?
Okay.
How's the volume?
Good.
It's okay?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to share out my screen.
I'll
You
turn on the
share
share.
on, Michael?
1 second.
Hi, Carl.
You should be able to share now.
Carl, you're muted too.
Okay, my name is Kate Fletcher, and I'm from the Fountain Committee. And I'd like to thank Alan and Valerie Hyman for their very generous donation that makes this possible. And we have a plan here donated by a local landscape designer. And as you can see, there's the circle. On this end, can you see my pointer?
Yeah.
Okay, so on this end is near the spruce tree. So the plan basically provides for shade plants in that area because it's shady. And then as you move towards the sides, it's sun, part sun. And then towards the front, it's full sun. So this here, wild columbine, would be in the back towards the tree. And these are all native. pollinator plants. And Christmas fern would be towards the back. That's an evergreen, so that's green in the wintertime, providing interest at that time of year. This is whitewood aster, and again, that's for the area back by the tree. And that blooms more towards the fall. And this is spotted cranesbill, that's a spring bloom. And now you're moving towards the middle where it's sun, part sun. And this is wild strawberry, again for that middle section, and that's spring, late spring bloom. And now you're moving towards the front where you get full sun. And this is Liatris spicata, kobold, and that's a sun lover. Blooms in the summer. And this is another plant for the front full sun area. Pussy toes. And then finally, cinquefoil, again, towards the front. So what I was also thinking was that for the springtime, we would, I would put in, along with volunteers, some bulbs like daffodils and scilla. So you'd have that color, coming in spring. So that is basically it. And I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Who's gonna maintain it?
Well, these are perennials. So
Yeah, maybe weeding and edging and just keeping it looking nice.
volunteers.
Okay,
Yeah, I've been in conversation with Hugh, and I have people who are interested in helping out. I know Carl is. And Hugh and I and Fountain Committee members are going to be getting together sometime this spring to talk about a maintenance plan for the area and for the, for the fountain, the basin, and that will include the planting area.
Okay.
It looks fantastic, Kate. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Kate. That looks beautiful.
You're very welcome. It's,
And would this
it
be
will
done-
be basically, I mean, I love the plan. It was done by someone local here in town, but I also think that, as with all plantings, you sometimes, some things work and some things don't. So in part, it will be a question of seeing how things do in the area. We've got some backup ideas, for the shady area and for the sun area too, in case one particular plant isn't happy there. But
And Kate, did you say who, you said that the landscape plan was donated?
yes, yes. So
Do you
all
want-
we have really is the cost of the plants, and Hugh tells me that we have an account. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, no, but that wasn't my
We have-
point. My point is, do you want to name the person who made the donation to thank them?
I think, they're fine not being named.
Okay.
I think they prefer to stay in the background, but if it's an open meeting law issue, I suppose I
No,
could.
it's just to thank people.
no, it's not, it's just,
Okay.
And are you going to do this spring?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to go ahead and get going and order flowers, order the plants.
Okay.
Yeah.
and you said you had the financing?
Yes, we received a very generous donation from Valerie and Alan Hyman. I'd like to thank them for that.
Do you need a motion or is this just a thank you?
Thank you, isn't it?
Yeah, all right, great.
Thank you,
Okay.
Kate.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Chuck.
Yeah.
Thank you, Patrick.
Make it
Thank you,
look,
Michael.
make it look nice.
Gonna look beautiful.
So we're going to take action on minutes for December 19th, 2024. Do I have a
I'll make a
motion?
motion, we accept the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Executive session pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A2. The board will enter into executive session to conduct strategy sessions in preparation for negotiations with non-union personnel. Fire chief. The board will not return to open session following the executive session. Thank you all for coming, and
All
roll call.
Hi,
vote.
Patrick.
I Chuck.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Doug.
See you later.
Hi, Doug. Thank
Thanks.
you.